Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a basic overview of the number one software that I recommend for helping you find products, and that is Keepa. Keepa is a tool that helps you see the price history and sales rank history of just about any item on Amazon, and it really is the number one thing that I recommend you get whenever you are looking for products. It's kind of an absolute must. You need Keepa in order to be successful on Amazon. It costs £15 a month. It's not based in the US, and that comes out to anywhere from $15 to $20 a month. So it's super cheap, it's super affordable, and as soon as you can get it and afford it, then you should be getting this tool. And in this video, I'm just going to be going over a beginner's guide and some of my perspectives on how to use Keepa. There are a few different ways that you can use Keepa. The one that I'm going to be showing you today is just on the computer through their website, and I'll also show you how to use it directly on Amazon.com. But they also have an app that you can use, and if you have Scatify 2, which comes with your Inventory Lab subscription, then you can set up a link so that you can use Keepa directly through the Scatify app. So those are just a few different options for you to use Keepa so that you can use it while you're sourcing and finding products. But let's head into a screen share and I'll show you the website version and just go over what the data points mean and how you can use it to tell if you are making a good buy or not. So there's a ton of different data points. I'll turn them all on just so you can see. Don't let this overwhelm you. We're going to turn these off. I just want you to see how much data Keepa offers. But there's really only about 4 that you should actually have turned on. We're going to start with the very basics though, and the one that is the absolute most important feature of Keepa. It's more than pays for itself with just this one feature, and that is sales rank. That's this green one that I enabled right now, and this green line is always going to be the sales rank history. So you can see as I'm scrolling along here, sales rank is constantly changing. That's why I say it's important not to just look at sales rank whenever you're making purchasing decisions, but to use Keepa and look at the sales rank history. Something that was 280,000 ranked just a month ago is now ranked around 35,000. So you can see sales rank changes all the time, and that's why Keepa is going to help you see when an item is selling. But what do these drops mean? So each drop in a Keepa chart, the sales rank green line on a Keepa chart, indicates that at least one sale has happened. So from this 280,000 rank, it dropped down to 108,000. That means that there was at least one sale that took place. Happens again, there's a drop. A sale happened. Again, a drop. Let's zoom in a little bit. You can see these it's dropping a lot, and every time that a drop happens on this green line, you know that at least one sale has happened, and you want to see consistent sales and a lot of movement on that green line. That's how you know that an item is selling. The next point that you want to look at, or the next one that's the most important, is price. And we're going to use 2 things for figuring out what the price is on Keepa. One is this blue new line, and the second is this purple buy box line. The one that is most important to me out of the 2 is the buy box, so we'll look at that one first. This Keepa buy box feature allows you to see what the buy box was at that point in time. Just like with the sales rank, buy box changes quite often. It can be consistent for a while, but it's changing. You can see that January it was $53, and then now the most recent buy box is only $12.99. So if you scan this one day, you can see that the buy box is $12.99, but historically it could have sold for a higher price. This is good for seeing what the historical price is, so that you know not to buy something just based on what the price currently is, but what the average price is throughout the entire time of that product being on Amazon. And the buy box is a good idea of what that product is selling for, since 82% of sales come through the buy box. But you also want to look at this new, because it helps you to see what the price is when there's no buy box data. So we see from $12.99, and when the buy box here was $12.99, and over here the buy box was $12.99. Well, in here there was no buy box, so what is it selling for? That's when this new price data comes into play. we can see that whenever there was no buy box, the price jumped up to about $20, even as high as $24. And that's whatever the low price is. So you can see when there's no buy box, you're still able to see what the price is with this new data. Now, why is there no buy box? There's a few reasons that could happen. I'm guessing Amazon was not in stock, and yes, that's correct. So this last piece of data that we look at in the main graph is Amazon in stock and how often. We toggle that with this orange shading, and any orange shading that you see on the Keepa graph is that Amazon is in stock. Now, typically, I won't necessarily avoid an item just because Amazon is in stock, but if they're not sharing the buy box, then I'm going to avoid that. How do we know if Amazon is sharing the buy box? Well, the first thing you can do just to get an idea, this is not specifics, this is an idea, is you just kind of hover along, see if Amazon's price was the same as the buy box price. It looks like Amazon controls 100%, but to actually go in and make sure, we're going to go to Data. We're going to go to buy box statistics. Alright, so I was a little bit off just by doing my hovering, and that's why we want to be more specific. We can see that Amazon has the buy box 98% of the time, but they do share a little bit. They gave 2% to this Lily Bell products, even at that same price. So they didn't price underneath Amazon on average. They priced the same, and they still got a little bit of that buy box share. But those are the main points that you want to look at in this main graph. The one that I use in the secondary graph is new offer count. New offer count allows you to see how many people are going to be competing with you on that listing. Now, keep in mind that new offer count doesn't mean who is necessarily your competitor, even though they're also on the listing. Competing with you and actually, competing with you are different. They have to be priced near the buy box really to be of concern to you. But this allows you to see how many people are on the listing, and really the only thing that I don't want to see is a big influx of new offers, because that means that if a lot of new people are coming on the listing, then the price is more than likely going to drop. If you see this number increase pretty dramatically, then I would kind of stay away from the product. Like if it was, see how it was 1 here. Yeah, this is a pretty good example actually. So when there was just a few sellers, it was selling for like $50, then a few more start coming on, it's 30, 35, more people come on, and if Amazon is really what eventually brought it down to 13. But even now, when Amazon's not on the listing, it's only selling for 20 to 25. So you can see when a lot of people come on the listing, the price is almost always going to go down. And we can just go over a couple more examples now that you have those basic data points. So I have everything turned on, my buy box, my sales rank, my new price, and Amazon is never on this listing, so I cannot toggle an Amazon option on here. But what we want to see here is first we'll look at the green line. Is this product selling? Yeah. It's not the most movement, but it's still a decent amount. We know that this product is selling. A quick tip is that you can go down here to the statistic, hover over it or click on it, and it'll show you on the green column, the average drops is 26 per month. So that way you don't have to manually count. So that way you can say on average, this product is selling at least 26 times per month. And you can manually count if you want, but that statistic will really help save you time. Next, we want to look at price. We'll turn on the new and we'll turn on the buy box. See, there's not a buy box very often in the last 3 months. Amazon is suppressing it a lot. We see a buy box around 86, 85. But this product is still selling decently well around the $100 price range. So if you could buy this and sell it for 80 to 100-ish, then I would say that's a good buy if it's profitable at that price. We can also zoom out a bit just to see more data. Looks like here when we had a large influx of sellers that the price dripped down to around 40, but as those sellers kind of left, the number of sellers stabilized, the price started to go back up. And it started selling slower, but it's still selling. I would definitely buy this if it was profitable at the $80 to $100 price range. Another example here, this is a seasonal item. This is currently the #1 selling book at the point of this recording. It's an Easter book, Dr. Seuss, It's Not Easy Being a Bunny. And we'll look at the last week. So this is one of the sort of flaws of Keepa, is they can't tell you exactly how much an item is selling. So we're looking at the last week. I toggled it down here by hitting week, and I'll turn off everything except the sales rank so you can look at this point here. So I'm just going to count. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drops over the last week. You would think this book sells at least 7 times, right? Well, that is a massive understatement. A book that is ranked number 1 is selling way more than 7 times a week. It's just that's the only data that Keepa can show you. It can show you that at least 7 times, since there are 7 drops. Each drop indicates at least 1 sale, but I guarantee you this book is selling way more than 7 times. Now, the other thing that we want to look at on this seasonal item is you can see it's ranked number 1 right now because we're around April, or around Easter season. But you go back to here, it's 16,000. It's it's 12,000. It doesn't sell as well year round. Even historically, it goes up even higher, 50,000 and higher. You can see that every year in Easter it drops down super low, selling super well. But it goes up higher for the rest of the year, and that's why Keepa is so important. You need to understand the whole picture. You don't want to be sourcing this right now or right after Easter, thinking that it's, wow, this is going to be like my best-selling product ever. And then you look year-round because you didn't have Keepa, and the price rank or the sales rank jumps, and it's not going to sell as well as you thought that it did. And turning on those key points, Amazon, new price, sales rank, and buy box, we can see that Amazon is probably not sharing this buy box. Let's look at our data, buy box statistics, just to be sure to see if Amazon is sharing that buy box or not. And correct, Amazon is not sharing the buy box. So if you're going to have to price this around $6 in order to make it profitable for you, I would probably stay away, since Amazon is not sharing that buy box, and you're not going to be able to undercut them much. And going on to one more example for Keepa. This one again does not have any Amazon price data, so they're probably not on the listing. But we have our buy box, new price, and sales rank. We can see that there's a pretty steady buy box over the last 3 months, around $37, which is good. And even historically, yeah, this is a very consistent buy box price. You pretty much know that you're going to sell it for around $37. Looking at the sales rank, we'll go to our statistics. On average, it's going to sell at least 67 times a month. And that's really all you need to know. Is it selling? Yes, it is. Is it a consistent buy box? Awesome. That's what we want to see. So if we could source this for a price that it's profitable at $37, I would absolutely buy this. It's going to sell, and it's going to sell for $37, and that's what we want to see. Hope you found this useful, just a basic overview of what Keepa is, how you can use it. Make sure you get the paid version of Keepa. The free version does absolutely nothing. It's pretty much worthless. Keepa is cheap, it's super helpful, and you need it to help grow your Amazon business. In the future, I'll do some more in-depth guides of some tricks and other things that you can learn from Keepa. But I hope this video was helpful and just covering the basics. And thank you for watching. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. And I'll link some more videos so that you can check out my channel and learn more about selling on Amazon. Good luck, everybody. Hope Keepa is useful to your business.